Welcome back to another episode of Island Bike Life. Today we're going to be doing an install and long-term review on the new Maxxis Assegai. Hang on.
Assegai.
The new Maxxis Assegai. Before we get to the install of the new Assegai from Maxxis, let's talk about what it is. This is the new signature tire from Maxxis and Greg Minnaar. The name comes from the traditional Zulu spear of a tribe from where Minnaar is from, apparently. It is only released at the present time in the downhill casing, which does increase the weight. We're going to do an actual weight here in just a minute. It comes with the 3C Max grip and tubeless ready, and only a wide trail 2.5. It is released in the 29 and 27.5 sizing as well. It is reported that the tire is going to come in the lighter XO casing as well down the line, but at the present time this is the only one you can get. Let's do some weight comparisons between this new tire and my current setup on the SB 5.5, which is a pretty standard winter Pacific Northwest setup of a DHF in the front and a DHR2 out back. The two Maxxis Assegai tires came out slightly above their claimed weight from the Maxxis website. They averaged 1384 grams for a total of 2787 for the pair. This is about 200 grams more than the claimed weight on the Maxxis website. In comparison to my winter setup of a DHF DHR2 combo, that's a difference of about 831 grams or 1.83 pounds. I thought I'd take this opportunity to quickly show the removal of the tire for the purpose of showing you what can happen to your stance fluid over time. As your tires burp or fill little holes, the particulates can create these little stance marbles, which you'll hear rolling around in your tire. It's a good idea to switch your sealant every 6 months or so. When it came to mounting the tire, because of the downhill casing, it was a little bit more challenging. I did use a little bit of dish soap to help get it around the bead, and once you roll the tire over hard to the opposite side, it will eventually pull on. I wasn't surprised that the tire was able to seat with simply a floor pump. This has been my experience with every Maxxis tire I've ever tried to put on any set of rims. I can't say that is the case for other brands. Once it was inflated to 25 psi, my normal riding pressure in the rear, the measurement on the width from knob to knob was 2.421. Because this tire uses a lot of different tread patterns from a lot of different tires, I thought I'd throw up some comparisons. You can definitely tell that this was a hybrid of a lot of different tread patterns from the DHF, DHR2, High Roller 2, and the Shorty. The ramp knobs in the center and the nice big side knobs are really going to give this tire a good rolling pattern as well as superior grip. Now that we got these things on, let's get them out on the trail and see what they can do. I was able to put some really good miles onto the new Maxxis Assegai tires. I rode these all over Vancouver Island over a period of weeks, and I was really impressed with them. I definitely could see this tire taking over as not necessarily just a winter tire, but an all-year tire around here. The Max Grip compound does exactly what it says. This thing feels just Velcroed to the ground, begging you to dig in those side knobs on turns. Gave me that extra confidence to really lean into the bike, put pressure into those berms, and come out quicker than I ever could before. Now, because this is a downhill casing tire, it is certainly heavy. It is much heavier than a DHF DHR2 combo. I'd be lying if I said I didn't notice that weight at first, but after a few rides, I never even noticed it again. Because the tires have such a nice center profile, even though they are big and heavy, they roll pretty good. I was able to climb up hills and trails no problem, and I didn't really feel like it was lacking coming down at all. It will be nice once these tires release in a lighter casing, the XO casing. If you're running these tires on a dedicated enduro or bike park bike, the downhill casing is really nice. It did make it a little bit more challenging to install the tire onto my rims, but it wasn't really that bad. One thing that I did notice, because of the wider spacing in between each of the parts of the tread pattern, it picked up little rocks and threw them into my frame and fork a little bit more often than other tires, including the DHF and DHR2. I wasn't able to test this tire in heavy mud winter conditions, but based purely on my observations so far, I have no doubt that they will clear mud as advertised and will do an extremely good job at it. Well, thanks for tuning in. I really hope you like this look and review of the new Maxxis Assegai tires. If you want to pick a set of these up for yourself, go down and see the guys at Rock City Cycles here in Nanaimo. They got lots of these in stock in both 29 and 27.5. They'll sort you out. If you like what I'm doing here, think about hitting the subscribe and the like button, leave me a comment down below, and come and find me on Instagram. Thanks again for watching. Now let's go hit the trails.